I think just Will's work ethic and the way he came in and ran the show. I think that his personality is one of which that guys kind of naturally follow. And I think that obviously you guys can see some of the arm strength talent and some of the things that he can do throwing the football. Now he's got to clean up some of the plays that, he hasn't repped as much and hasn't gotten a ton of reps at. But I do think that right now he gives us the best chance to win.
He talked before about, he thought at Penn State he kind of got pigeonholed into being a running quarterback. What did you see on film or whatever to convince you the arm strength was there and that he could do that too?
Yeah, I really just kind of went back and watched some of his film from the year before when he did get the opportunities to throw the ball and not be worried about getting pulled or things like that. It really kind of referenced the Nebraska game. In the second half, he led those guys back from a couple-point deficit and gave them a chance to win and made some plays in those situations that I thought could translate to this level and to our offense, and figured to give it a chance.
Liam, Mark said 74% to that point Campbell talked to him on Sunday night. How impressed have you been with his accuracy and more importantly like the ball placement down the field and offense?
Yeah, I think that's the big one is the ball placement down the field and in the intermediate game. I think that's something that he's shown some ability to be accurate, especially being a guy that has a stronger arm. You would think maybe there would be more inaccuracies than there are. I think still the quick game, some of the intermediate, shorter depth things that we need to work on, some accuracy, but that's just him getting more reps and reps at this offense, and he's going to work his tail off to get it done.
How do you feel about how things are shaking out on the O-line? It looks like Nard, working back to Ron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that it's just putting guys in a position to be the most successful they can be. And obviously he's more successful and comfortable being on the right side, and we want to be able to run the ball that way a lot. That's our guy that we need to run behind. And I think that gives us the ability to do so. And he's more comfortable there, and he's a team player. He's the type of kid that just wants to do anything to win, and that's what he did.
Talking about that left tackle, right tackle, it seems to be there's a line of thinking in the NFL that the right tackle is becoming as important as the left tackle, close to it. Is that true? That's
absolutely true. We had Rob Havenstein in Los Angeles. That got, take about money, got paid a lot of money to play right tackle. And it's so important because they're going to try, obviously the left tackle is the money man, right? But you're going to try to put matchups on the right tackle to get those one-on-ones. So that guy's got to be very strong and elite. So I think that Darian recognizes that, and he knows he can play at a high level and play fast playing it right.
With DeKill out, have you seen any of those other freshman receivers start to separate like on a little bit more time?
Yeah, I think Chauncey Magwood's done a nice job. He's the type of kid that can play all three positions. He's a smart kid. He works at it. It's a testament to him being able to come in as a freshman and really function at all three spots of the receiver core. And I think Rashawn Lewis continues to make some plays, as well as Christian Lewis has made some plays in the scrimmage and continues to get better every day.
Every year at camp, there's like a moment when guys kind of hit a wall, you get so far into it. Has that happened yet?
I don't think so. No, I didn't feel that today at all. Obviously when you're getting some short yardage situations, you're trying to get physical and do some different things, but we're still in a controlled setting. So you can't really unleash. So I believe our guys are working at it. They're trying to give what they can. We're trying to do what we can to help their legs and things like that. Coach Stoops does such a nice job with the guys and being smart with them. But I don't believe we hit a wall because we have continued to push the install. We're not holding back. So formations, motions, everything, we're trying to really push these guys mentally right now.
Is there anything that you saw on film from that scrimmage on Saturday that really tough for you?
I thought we just were a little bit more efficient than maybe the spring game. We were probably a little bit more efficient than we were the last time we went out in an actual scrimmage situation. We stalled on the first drive. That was a couple of things we could have done differently, but saw some guys make some plays that flashed. That was nice to see. And then we hit some explosives. We hit some explosives in the pass game and a couple in the run game. So it was a good mix, I feel like. I just felt like it was a good day. It was very simple game plan, call sheet, just trying to let guys, similar to a preseason game, let them go out and play.
What are you looking for from Bo in that backup spot?
The last 2 days, obviously the last play there was tough in the 2-minute drill, but that's a tough situation. He's taking his deal to the next level now because he knows that it's one step closer to going out there and playing. Because you got to be able to prepare and practice and do all the little things when you're not the starter to be that guy because you're always one play away. And that's his mentality anyways. That's who that kid is. He's come out here the last 2 days and been better than he was since I've been here. So he's going to continue to push forward. He's got a great attitude. Love the kid.
Some injuries there, or at least some nagging stuff at running back. What are you seeing? Especially from Lavelle Ryan, looks like he was working pretty good.
Yeah, Lavelle's a kid that just does everything right, and he got a lot of ops in the scrimmage, and so did Mike Drennan. Got some ops to see what he can do, sticking his foot in the ground and playing faster, getting reps at running back, which is obviously foreign to him for a few years now, and it's given more opportunity to those guys, which is fine. Obviously we want to get those guys back as soon as we can, but we don't play for a little while, so give those guys a rest, and let's see what some of these young guys can do, and they've done a nice job.
Liam, I think y'all kind of know what you have in Chris Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You haven't really heard a lot about him. How's he progressing? Was he as good as advertised, I guess, during the scrimmage?
Funny you say that. I hadn't been able to see him live because we didn't have him in any of the scrimmages in the spring. That was my first time seeing Chris Rodriguez live, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see. I mean, because you can't do it out here. You just can't simulate what he brings to the table in a controlled setting. And when he gets into those settings where you actually have to tackle him, it's not easy, and that's nice to see.
Has Luke's given you all what you wanted at that center spot to kind of solidify it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's more of a tradition of what Coach Schlarman started here, and Drake Jackson and all those kind of guys that came before, the leadership, the control, the command, calling all the calls, running the show. That's exactly what we expect from Luke, and that's what he's taken on.
Seen Isaiah make a bunch of plays at tight end. Where do you see him in this offense right now, especially as he starts to learn the position? Yeah,
it's just another weapon, right? It's just another guy that you can throw the football to and try to create matchups with. Just like we try to do with every other skill position, moving the running backs, doing some different things. We're just trying to put the guys in their best position where they can be successful as a player. And he's a better player when he's going against linebackers and safeties. That's just the reality. But that's a matchup for us, and we can take advantage of that down the road.
Dude, was there a specific moment of practice where that decision for Will was confirmed that you knew he was the guy?
No, I think it was a culmination because really, if you look at his reps within probably the first 5 or 6 practices before the scrimmage, he was running with the threes. He was running with the 3s and 2s. He was getting a lot of reps on the 3 side. He was getting a ton of reps in 7-on and blitz with the 3s. So it wasn't like he was running with the 1s and it just kind of happened. He had to earn it, and he did it every single day. And I think we saw probably what some of you guys see when he throws the football, he gives you a chance.
Liam, we don't get to come to a lot of these. How would you say today compared to sort of the average practice so far this fall?
I liked our energy today. I thought that the 2-minute was obviously we finished with a pick on the last one, but the first one with the 1s, that was good operation. We got some good clean work. We started out probably a little slow in the short yardage. We got probably a few of them. Missed a few throws in that situation as well. But we made some contested throws today that made me happy, that we were actually able to fit some balls into some tighter windows and anticipate the game reality situations that I thought stood out today for us.
Liam, what are you seeing from Eli Cox that has allowed him to move to the top of that game?
Eli's pound for pound one of the strongest guys on our out front. I mean, he's a strong kid. He gets his hands on you. He's strong. He's smart. He does all the right things, and he loves to play the game. He's an easy guy to like. And you love being around the kid. He's quiet, but he's got confidence, and he's playing at a solid level right now for us. And the more snaps he gets, the better off he's going to be.
We haven't seen you since Dakel's injury, but what has his attitude been like, knowing that it wasn't as bad as we originally thought, but also his attitude in getting back into rehab?
It was big. It was big for a kid like that to just get on campus and then have an injury like that. You obviously hope that it's nothing serious, and when you get kind of news like that, you just see the kid smile when he was really down right after the injury. So it's great news for him. It's great news for the offense and for our program, and hopefully we can get him back as soon as we can.
All right, folks.